Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Sir.
Okay, today we are continuing our lesson. And I guess you have studied or you studied this chapter before in maybe with Ma'am Ifta or with Mr. Reza, but today we are going to repeat it once again because, well, actually, the topic for this semester is done already. We already finished already. So the rest of the time is reviewing, reviewing, and reviewing. Yeah. Okay, let me share the topic or the slide. Okay, this is our topic today. So today we're going to talk about passive voice. Does anybody know what passive voice is? Ada yang tahu passive voice in bahasa Indonesia? Aulia Rahman. So what is passive? Apa passive voice in bahasa Indonesia apa? Ada yang tahu? Anissa?
Kalimat pasif, Sir.
Kalimat pasif, that's right. Okay. So before we start further, the objective of learning this topic is to identify the social function and language features of the passive voice, and to identify the structure of passive voice, and to differentiate the active and passive sentence in various tenses, and to create a sentence using passive voice. So these are the learning objective. And then what are we going to learn in this topic? So the first is when to use passive voice and the structure of passive voice and passive verb in tenses. Itulah topiknya. Okay, let's start. Nah, this is the difference between passive voice and active, ya. Okay, have a look here. This one is active voice and this one is passive voice. Yeah. Anissa Pratiwi. Anissa.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you read this? Please read.
Sally drove her car off the road.
Okay. And then here, can you read here? Yang sini sampingnya.
The car was driven off the road by Sally.
Okay, the car was driven off the road by Sally. All right, so Aulia Rahman. Aulia, mana nih Aulia? Can you read the second this one, Aulia Rahman? The dog.
The dog bit Timmy on the arm.
On the arm.
On the arm.
Okay, and this one here? Timmy
was bitten on the arm by the dog.
By the dog. Okay, so these are active. These are passive. Okay. Now, can you find the difference between this active voice and passive? Bisa nggak kalian membedakan di mana letak perbedaannya aktif dan pasif sini?
Letak subjek dan objeknya, Sir.
Letak subject and object. That is right. That is correct. So look at this one here. Sally, what is the subject here? Sally drove her car off the road. Apa ini subject? What is the subject here?
Sally, Sir.
Sally. Yeah, Sally is the subject. What is the verb? Verbnya apa? Kata predikatnya apa?
Drove.
Drove. Ya. Ini bentuk pertama, kedua, atau ketiga? Past tense, present, atau past perfect? Present perfect.
Past tense, Sir.
Past tense. Sally drove her car off the road. Ya. Objeknya mana? So this is the object. Ya, ini her car is the object. Nah, ini adalah bentuk past tense. Now, become passive voice. Ya, how do we form this become passive voice? Bedanya gimana kita membentuknya menjadi passive voice? Ya, kalau kita terjemahkan ke bahasa if we translate into bahasa Indonesia, Sally drove her car off the road. Sally mengendarai mobilnya di jalan ya. Kemudian di sini the car was driven off the road by Sally. Mobil itu dikendarai oleh Sally. Ya. Nah, apa bedanya di sini? Alright. Ya, objeknya ini kita bawa ke sini. Ya, the car is the object. Actionnya ini juga berubah. Verbnya juga berubah. It's changing. Ya. Actionnya berubah atau verbnya juga berubah. Apa bedanya di sini? What is the difference? Nah, dalam passive voice ada to be-nya di sini. We have to be. Dan kata kerjanya the verb we turn orang kita rubah menjadi kata kerja bentuk keberapa ini?
Ketiga, sir.
Ketiga ya. We turn into verb 3. Ya, Sally subjeknya bolehlah di sini ya, bisa dipakai bisa enggak. Ya, the car was driven off the road by Sally. Ya, yang tadinya dia objek dia menjadi subjek di sini. Ya. Yang tadinya dia menjadi objek di passive voice dia menjadi subjek. The car di active voice the car itu menjadi objek. But in passive voice it becomes subject. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Oke. Kata kerjanya juga berubah ya. Ada to be-nya was dan kata kerjanya dirubah menjadi bentuk ketiga. The car was driven off the road by Sally. Kenapa kita menggunakan why do we have to use was here? Kenapa menggunakan was here? Karena di sini adalah past tense.
Past tense.
Kalau di sini present tense, di sininya apa?
Is, sir.
Is, betul, that's correct. Ya, ya di sini kata kerjanya tetap apa enggak? Is it the same? Is it still the same or not? Yeah, still the same. We still use verb 3. Yeah. Okay. Now, second example. The second example. The subject, the dog bit Timmy on the arm. The dog bit Timmy on the arm. Anjing itu menggigit si Timmy di lengannya. Ya sama, ya. The object we bring it to be subject here. Ya, subjek yang tadinya dia menjadi objek. Ya. Timmy kan tadi objeknya. Kita bawa dia menjadi subjek. Was beaten. Ya, kata kerjanya was beaten, was and then beaten, verb 3. And the dog, ya. Agent, it become agent, jadi agentnya ada di sini. Doernya, pelakunya ya. Okay, so these are the difference between active voice and passive voice. Okay, now we are gonna have a look more sentence here. Have a look here. Okay, simple past tense ya. Coba lihat di sini. Have a look here. The cat kill a snake. The cat kill a snake. Ini past active or passive?
Active, sir.
Active. What tenses? Tensesnya apa di sini? What tenses?
Simple past tense, sir.
Simple past tense. Oke. Okay. Dari mana kita tahunya this is past tense?
Verbnya verb 2.
Okay, verb 2 ya. From the verb ya. The verb we use verb 2. The cat kill a snake. Ya. Okay. The cat kill a snake. Di sini kan what is the subject? The cat and the verb is kill. and the snake is the object. Now we turn into passive. The object we bring to the front, and now it becomes subject. A snake, yeah, was killed by the cat. Yeah, was killed by the cat. This is present participle. This is helping verb, ya, helping verb, kata kerja bantu, ya. Ya, kenapa kata kerja bantunya was?
Karena past tense, sir.
Karena past tense, ya. A snake was killed by the cat. Subject, helping verb, present participle. Present participle itu adalah verb 3, ya. Verb 3, ya. By the cat, and then the cat is the object here. Understand? So this is the description. Do you have any problem here?
Sir, itu kepanjangan SPL PREPN itu apa, sir?
Preposition, ya.
Oh, oke, sir.
Okay. Next.
Next, sir.
Yeah, okay. Active voice and passive voice. Okay, and you must be careful on these things. Now if I change like this sentence, I change. The cat kills a snake. The cat kills a snake. Can you change into passive voice?
A snake is killed by the cat.
That's right. A snake is killed by the cat. That's right. Aulia Rahman, are you following us? Are you still there, Aulia Rahman? Shakila?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have question?
No, sir.
Understand?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Okay, this is the formula. Look at this one here. Simple present tense. Yeah. Simple present tense, the active voice is subject, verb 1, and then object. Now, when become passive voice, when it become passive voice, ketika dia menjadi pasif, jadi objeknya didahulukan, dia menjadi subjek, ya. Objek ini kemari, kemudian ditambah helping verb. The helping verb in tenses in simple present tense is am, is, are. Yeah, am, is, are, and then verb 3. By, and then object pronoun or complement something. Yeah, that is in simple present tense. In simple past tense, subject, in active subject, verb 2, and then object. And then when become it passive voice, object, it becomes subject. Ini objeknya ini kita taruh di depan, ya. And then now it becomes subject, ya. Was or were, verb 3, helping verbnya untuk passive voice, past tense, was or were, depend on the subject, ya. Tergantung subjeknya apa di sini. Verb 3, and then by. And then simple future. Simple future, subject, in active, subject, plus shall or will, and then verb 1, and then object. Objeknya kita bawa ke depan, ya, menjadi subjek, kemudian shall or will, ya, karena dia future, and then we use be, and then verb 3, ya, masih verb 3. Dan kita tidak butuh helping verb like was and were or am, is, are, ya, but we use be after modal. Ini kita bikin modal aja, ya, modal verb. Okay, and then is present continuous tense, subject, helping verb, am, is, are, verb 1, and then plus verb ing. And then the object we bring to the front becomes subject. And when also we need In passive, we also need a helping verb. Kita juga butuh kata kerja bantu. The difference is be added ing karena dia continuous tense. Because it's continuous tense, so the be we add ing being. Yeah, for example, like Andy is driving a new car. The new car is being driven by Andy. Understand? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now past continuous tense. Subject, helping verb, verb 1, plus ing, and then the object. The object we bring to the front becomes subject, and then helping verb, was and were, being karena dia because it's present because it's continuous tense. Untuk menunjukkan dia itu continuous tense, so we have to put ing and then verb 3. For example, my father was drinking a tea, yeah, or a glass of tea. A glass of tea was being. Verb 3 of drink. What is the verb 3 of drink?
Drunk, sir.
Drunk, was drunk by my father. Okay. Future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. Untuk menunjukkan sesuatu yang berlangsung di masa yang akan datang. Ya, gimana itu ya? Subject plus modal plus be plus verb ing. For example is my father will be buying a new house. My father will be buying a new house. Become passive voice. The object becomes subject. The house or the new house will. Ini salah ya. Ini nggak pakai ing ya. Yeah, we don't use. Oh, this is future continuous. Sorry, yeah. The new house will be being bought. Yeah, will be being bought by my father. Jadi di sini ada be-nya ya. Harus tambah be lagi di sini ya. Will be being bought ya. Because it's a future future continuous tense. Ya, ini harus ada be dan being ya, tambahan lagi. So sorry for the mistake. Will be being bought by my father. Present perfect tense. Ya, subject, have or has, and then verb 3. So the helping verb is have or has. So example is my father has bought a new house. Now become passive voice. A new house has been bought by my father. Yeah, the new house has been bought by my father. The next is past perfect tense. Subject plus had plus verb 3 and object. My father had bought a new house. Yeah, become the new house had been bought by my father. And the next is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. Subject, my father will have bought, will have bought a new house. So it become the new house will have been bought by my father. Okay, so these are the formula of active voice, from active voice into passive voice. Okay, so do you understand? Do you have question?
No, sir.
Okay, now we go to the next ya. Ingat bahwasanya kata kerja kata kerja yang bisa dirubah menjadi pasif itu adalah kata kerja yang transitif. Transitif itu artinya yang membutuhkan objek, bukan yang intransitif, not intransitive. Intransitive ini the verb no need an object. Okay, for example, like this one. Transitive verb have both active and passive forms. The hunter killed the lion. What is the verb here? Kill. Transitive or intransitive?
Transitive, sir.
Transitive. Why?
Because there is object.
Ya, karena dia membutuhkan objek. Ya, but I stand besides the road. Transitive. What is the verb?
Repeat, sir.
I stand by besides the road or beside the table.
Intransitive, sir.
Intransitive. Why? Because the verb does not need any object. Yeah. So okay, the hunter killed the lion, and then the hunter killed the lion. Present tense. Oh, what is the tenses here? Tensesnya apa?
Past tense, sir.
Past tense. Now become passive. The lion we bring to the front. Yeah, the lion was killed by the hunter. Yes? Okay, so this one, someone has cleaned the windows. Someone has cleaned the window. Tensesnya apa ini? Apa tenses yang digunakan? What
Perfect.
tenses is used?
Perfect tense, sir.
Present or past tense?
Present perfect tense, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Present perfect tense. That's correct. Nah, kalian harus memperhatikan ya, ada perbedaan antara aktif dan pasif di sini. Di sini yang kalian lihat adalah ketika dia menjadi pasif adalah objek ya. The object singular or plural. Nah, itu menentukan nih plural or singular.
Plural, sir.
Plurals. That's right. So the windows have been cleaned. Nah, because it's plural, maka di sini has or have?
Have, sir.
Have, ya, karena di sini adalah plural. Kalau cuma satu window nggak ada s-nya di sini, I drop s here. The window, only the window. Here,
Has, sir.
has. That's right. The window has been cleaned, or the windows have been cleaned. All right, you got it. You have question?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Next. Okay. Yeah. The passive forms are made up of the verb with the past participle. I think we did it already like before, yeah. English is spoken all over the world. Passive or active?
Passive, sir.
Passive, ya. Tensesnya apa?
Present tense, sir.
Present tense. Okay. The windows have been cleaned. Passive or active?
Passive, sir.
Passive, right. Lunch was being served.
Past continuous, sir.
Active or passive?
Oh, passive, sir.
Passive, right? And past continuous tense. Nah, perhatikan di sini past continuous was and then put being here and then verb 3. The work will be finished soon. Passive or active?
Passive, sir.
Passive, right? Okay, what the tense is?
Future tense, sir.
Future tense. That's right. They might have been invited to the party. So what is this?
Passive, sir.
Passive. Tensesnya?
Simple perfect tense, sir.
Simple perfect tense? Ini bisa dikategorikan sebagai future perfect tense. Sama seperti future perfect tense ya. Ya. Might sama seperti shall ya. They shall have been invited to the party. They will, sorry. They will have been invited to the party-nya. Sama ini modal ya. Okay, but this is not present perfect tense, but it's like similar to future perfect tense or past, future perfect tense. Okay, so now when do we use passive voice? Kapan sih kita menggunakan passive voice? When the receiver of an action is emphasis. Ya, ketika kita butuh menekankan si penerima atau apa namanya, the receiver of an action, yang menerima pekerjaan itu, yang dikenai pekerjaan itu perlu ditekankan, ya. And then the second is when it is not necessary to mention the doer or an action, the doer or an action. The doer ini pelaku ya, doer is pelaku. Ya, ketika nggak penting banget tuh untuk menyebutkan siapa pelakunya, karena udah pada tahu. For example, like I was born by my mother. Okay, what is the doer there? I was born by my mother. Pelakunya perlu nggak disebutkan di situ? Siapa pelakunya? Tahu nggak siapa pelakunya? I was born by my mother. Saya dilahirkan oleh ibu saya. Kira-kira apa yang siapa pelakunya di situ?
Saya dan ibu, Sir.
Ibu saya, ya. Ibu saya pelakunya kan, yang melahirkan saya kan. Nah, itu penting nggak disebut? Nggak penting,
Sir.
nggak penting
nggak
disebut,
penting, Sir.
ya nggak penting. Karena udah jelas ya, karena yang melahirkan kamu adalah ibu kamu. Ya kan? Nggak mungkin ayah kamu ya kan? Semua orang udah pada tahu gitu. So everybody knows that your mother give a birth, yeah, not your father. So when it is not necessary to mention the doer of an action, or mobil itu dicuri oleh pencuri, is it necessary to say the pencuri?
No, Sir.
No. Tapi kalau pencurinya itu orang-orang apa namanya, for example like, oh mobil saya dicuri oleh adik saya, that's okay. Ya, jadi karena nggak umum pencurinya. Tapi kalau misalkan begini juga, surat saya itu dikirim oleh Pak Pos. Penting nggak doernya? Pelakunya disebut di situ penting apa enggak?
Tidak, Sir.
Tidak. Kenapa? Karena yang mengirim surat itu sudah jelas-jelas Pak Pos. Okay, understand? Ya, okay. Ketika pelakunya itu tidak diketahui, nah, then we use passive voice. Pelakunya nggak ketahuan siapa lah ya. Ya, kita nggak tahu ya. My wallet is stolen, or my wallet has been stolen. Ya, dompet saya udah dicuri, udah hilang. Ya, who? I don't know. Who stole my wallet? Nah, maksudnya begitu. Understand?
Yes, Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We don't know who is the thief. I don't know who stole my wallet. Yeah. Then we need to use passive voice. So we use passive voice when the receiver of the action is emphasis. Jadi ketika pelaku atau penerima apa namanya perbuatan itu atau penerima tindakan atau perbuatan itu adalah itu perlu penekanan gitu. Si pelaku itu perlu penekanan. Ketika nggak penting untuk disebut pelakunya siapa, atau ketika pelakunya itu memang tidak diketahui siapa. Oke? Okay, here is an example. The receiver of the action is emphasis. Contohnya ini. Look, a mermaid is found by the fisherman. What is a mermaid? Apa itu mermaid?
Putri Duyung,
Sir.
Ya, putri duyung. Lihat. A mermaid is found by the fisherman. Putri duyung sudah ditemukan oleh nelayan. Ya. So the receiver of the action is emphasis. Jadi penerima perbuatan itu memang perlu ditekankan ya. A mermaid is found by the fisherman. What is the main message of the sentence? Okay, here. It as the emphasis is on the word mermaid. Jadi yang ditimpakan, yang perlu penekanan itu adalah the word the mermaid. We start the sentence with a mermaid to attract readers' attention to the receiver of the action. Jadi untuk menarik para pembaca, perhatian pembaca to the receiver of the action, penerima apa namanya action, ya, perbuatan atau tindakan. Jadi yang perlu ditekankan di sini adalah the word mermaid-nya. The receiver of the action itu perlu penekanan, ya. Kenapa? Untuk menarik perhatian pembaca. Makanya kita bilang, look, a mermaid is found by the fisherman. Tapi kalau kalian dirubah menjadi kalimat aktif, dia nggak begitu wah gitu loh. A fisherman found a mermaid. Ya. Tapi kalau kita lagi dirubah menjadi pasif, dia lebih membuat orang penasaran, lebih menarik perhatian orang. Look, a mermaid is found by the fisherman. Ya, oke. So yang dikenakan, yang ditekankan di sini adalah the mermaid, karena the mermaid ini adalah penerima daripada tindakan. Apa tindakannya? Ditemukan. Ya. A mermaid is found. Ya, penerima actionnya itu adalah mermaid. Okay, understand? Do you have question?
No, sir.
Okay, so this is when we say that when the receiver of the action is the emphasis, right? Okay, another example is this table is reserved for Hong Kong people. This table is reserved for Hong Kong people or for CTF student. This table is reserved for CTF student. Ya, meja ini sudah dipesan oleh anak-anak CTF misalkan. So this is another example of the, what is that? The receiver, yeah, the receiver must be emphasized. Yeah. So here the emphasis is on the table. Yang ditekankan di sini adalah kata the table. Yeah, we start the sentence with this table. Kenapa? To attract readers' attention to the receiver of the action. Jadi untuk menarik perhatian, ya, perhatian to the attention to the receiver of the action, menarik perhatian si penerima action. Ya, this table. Oh, ketika kita bilang this table is reserved, ya, meja ini udah dipesan. Ya, berarti kata the table itu ditekankan di kata table, ya, atau the table, this table is reserved. Maka di sini kita perlu menggunakan passive voice. Jadi kita tidak perlu misalkan mau menulis ya anak-anak CTF memesan meja ini, lalu panjang dan dia tidak memberikan penekanan di situ. Jadi orang bacanya pun apa ini ya? This table is reserved. Kalau gitu orang meja ini udah dipesan. Okay? Right, so I think we are running out of time. Ya, kita lanjutkan, masih banyak yang perlu dibicarakan, but we continue next time ya, in the next meeting, okay? And we have actually we have also exercises, but because of the time we cannot continue till the end of the class or the topic, so we will continue this topic in the next meeting. And if you have question, you can ask me in the next meeting. Okay? Aulia Rahman, are you still there? Shakila and Anissa?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We will continue next time. Yeah, I hope you understand what we are learning today or what we have learned today. Yeah. So if you have problem or question, feel free to ask me in the next meeting. This is all for today. We close by reciting Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, sir.